On the 2.1 worksheet, problem number 9, they keep running you through basically the same problem on this worksheet over and over, guys. They're still asking you in number 9 to come up with the equation of your secant line. They've still given you 2 points. They've still given you the curves equation itself, although that's really unnecessary. The only thing different here in this batch of problems is that they didn't give you the graph like they did in problems 1 through 4. But the graph isn't really there for any purpose other than to give you something quick and easy to check your answer with. So this is really no different than problems, 3 and 4 that we did on the front side of the worksheet. So first thing we got to do is come up with the slope of our secant, which is the same slope formula you've been using for years. Now, admittedly, pretty ugly numbers right here. So in my numerator, I got negative 17 over 4 and then minus negative 3. So I would write that as plus 3, but I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and write that as plus something a little different. I'm going to rewrite the 3 as 12 over 4 because now I already have a common denominator with that term in front. Okay, down on the bottom, I'll go with 3 halves and then minus 1, but I'll write that 1 as 2 over 2. All right, what's that going to do for us, guys? Our numerator is a negative 5/4. That's all being divided by 3 halves minus 2 halves is going to be a 1/2. Dividing by 1/2 is the same thing as multiplying by 2 over 1. Okay, so this isn't too terrible. I end up with a negative 10 over 4 for my slope, and of course I'll simplify that to a negative 5 over 2. So not that pretty, but it could have been a lot worse given the numbers we were working with. Okay, time for point slope form, and I think pretty clearly we're going to use this point right here because this one is a disaster. So here we go. Y minus your y coordinate, that's minus negative 3, which shows up as plus 3, equals our slope of negative 5 halves, and then x minus your x coordinate, which is 1. So let's distribute that negative 5 halves. Y plus 3 is equal to a negative 5 halves x plus 5 over 2. And then we would subtract a 3 here, which means we would subtract, okay, a 3 from the right as well, but I'd probably write that as a 6 over 2. Okay, those cancel out, and this should be our final answer now, guys. Y is equal to, we have a negative 5 halves x, and then plus 5 halves minus 6 halves is going to be a minus 1/2. So we'll box that one up, and that's the answer to number 9.